Today I'm going to bring you with me to none other than my house because today is day one of enhanced community quarantine here in our area in Cebu. So what that means is no one should go out of the house unless it is for essential stuff like buying food, medicines, and for work. We were given quarantine passes. It's just one quarantine pass per household, meaning there's only one person who can go out with that pass, which means that we really can no longer go out anymore until further notice. Because last week and weeks ago, we were asked to practice social distancing, but we could still go out. It's just that we have to be careful of the crowd, or we have to avoid people around. I used to wake up at 12 noon or as late as 3 p.m, but I'd feel really unproductive and weak. So I changed my routine and decided that I should go back to waking up in the morning, aka around 10 a.m. I start the day with making our bed right away because it makes me feel like there's one thing I've already accomplished during the day. It's also a signal to my brain that today is gonna be a good day. So I just finished my 5-minute exercise. I do it in the morning when I wake up or before I eat, or sometimes after I eat, just to energize my body and for me to feel like it's time to start the day. During a regular day, I would usually go out and do a walkathon because I want to feel alive. But today that I can't go out, just do the regular routine that I have, which is 5-minute exercise every day. And when I cannot do the exercise for some reasons, my exercise usually includes cleaning the entire house before I start my work. So now I'm ready to eat my breakfast. Just kidding! That was the breakfast of my imagination. The real breakfast is not breakfast, it's brunch. Today it's rice and fish, which are good, so I'm not complaining. I really just want to show some visual interests, aka delicious looking food videos in this vlog. Otherwise, this vlog would be so boring. This is the reality of working from home. You may have unwashed dishes in the morning and a laundry basket that's filled to the brim. So as you can see, I'm done taking a bath. Before I do anything on my laptop or start working, I make sure to take a bath first because it's like a signal to my brain that I should already start working. Put your game face on and start working. Kids, time for sunscreen. Even when I'm just home, I still put on sunscreen because our house is pretty open. We open our windows and our main door to let in as much natural light and fresh air as possible. I also put in a bit of powder and lip gloss just so I'd feel like I'm off to work. And who said you cannot apply some perfume when you're just home? Yes, I actually do this. Just to make you feel good about yourself. Just a word of warning though, don't forget to take a bath and not just shower yourself with perfume. Before I start working, I also spent 30 to 45 minutes checking my emails and social media accounts, including YouTube. I reply to as many comments and messages as possible so that I won't be tempted to keep checking my phone when I'm working. I have decided a few months ago to schedule my social media and community engagement in order to stay productive during the day. This means that when you comment, sometimes you won't get a reply right away. Obviously, when I was in high school, there were no digital cameras, no cell phone cameras, so we had to go to a studio to have our pictures taken, like this. So this is me. Look, I don't know, 15? 14 or 15. We have since parted ways since high school. Gwen is still in Jensen. I'm in Cebu. Edmon's in Australia. Chaps is in Canada. Sanria is in Malaysia. Hannah is in Jensen. Nilet is in Kuwait. And Gwenna is in Manila. Okay, this is really just a raw vlog, so you can see that the lighting is a bit dark in some areas of our house, but that's okay because I'm showing you my daily work from home routine. And currently I am reading something for the blog post that I'm writing, and I went through this article about remote work, and here are the top 10 reasons people want to work remote. And that is the beauty of working from home, because people actually distract you from time to time. Okay, just wait. Yeah, so do you need from me? Hey!
Men.
Do you know what we will buy? Do you know what we will buy?
Chips, meron kong biscuit.
Today is a Monday. I have a digital coffee break with the Multiply Me team. It's an informal team meeting where we talk about non-work related stuff and sometimes a bit of business updates. By the way, that digital coffee break that I had was with Multiply Me. I am now working with them as their partner because, like me, they also have the same vision of providing employment that you deserve in the BPO industry, and I believe that they are capable of providing you job stability and job security that you're longing for. So if you're like me, you're looking for something that you really want to be proud of, you'll also want to succeed in your career, you want to be invested in your learning and development, and Multiply Me can provide you with that. If you're interested in our future job openings, you can simply just take a look at our Facebook page. It is in the description box below. I will link it. Just like and follow so that you'll be updated if we have new roles or new positions that will fit your skill set. They say that sitting is the new smoking, but don't quote me on that. You can Google it if you like. When I feel like I've been sitting for quite some time, I go out of my office and use a laptop table to serve as my standing desk. It also gives me a sense of urgency for when I really need to finish a task as soon as possible. It is almost 5 p.m. here in Cebu. It's 1 minute to 5 actually, and I have spent my first half of work day doing my research for the new blog post that I'm writing, also spending time during the digital coffee break that we had with Multiply Me. And now I'm taking a quick break before I spend the rest of my day doing maybe editing or doing more research for my personal projects for a Ninja or for my YouTube channel. So I do it this way because I feel that it is more productive for me. Like I use time blocking to make sure that I complete my tasks as efficiently as I can. So for example, in my case, I don't really start like 1 p.m. sharp. It depends on what I do in the morning, but I make sure to start around that time. I have a routine, but I also make sure that I stick to the usual time that I work. So within that 4 hours, I usually would take breaks like for 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that I don't get burned out. And the weather now in Cebu is so hot, so I couldn't really like just stay in one place here in the house. Sometimes I go out, sometimes I work while standing. Also, one very important thing that I'd like to mention is within that time block, I make sure that I don't touch my phone or I don't check social media, because otherwise I get into that rabbit hole of scrolling. And I'm very happy that I've actually managed my social media time. I have limited my social media use, especially these days that it truly affects our mental health when we keep checking social media. So I have already set a time when I will check social media, when I will check my emails or respond to my subscribers' comments in my YouTube videos, to their comments in my Facebook posts. I have set aside some time for that instead of just replying on impulse, or when I receive a message or a comment, I don't usually reply right away because I tell myself there's a time for that. And when I start replying, then it starts that rabbit hole again of replying to comments even though I'm not supposed to do that. So that's how I keep myself productive. Ever since I started working from home, I would always make sure to carve a bonding time with my son. Even 15 to 30 minutes will do. What's important is we're spending quality time together, away from work for me, and away from his video games for him. Today, he wants me to teach him how to cut shapes because he's not very confident with using the scissors yet. So we did. Usually, I sleep at around 12 midnight. The latest that I told myself that I should be in bed should be 1 a.m. or sometimes 1:30. But before, I used to sleep up until 4 a.m. or even 5 a.m. And I did not want to do that anymore because it seriously affected my energy. Like when I wake up the next day, obviously since I would sleep at around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., I would wake up in the afternoon like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. and it just doesn't do anything good for my health or for my productivity. So I told myself like months ago, I promised that the latest that I'd sleep would be around 1 or 1:30 a.m. so that I can still wake up in the morning. And I have to wake up before 12 noon. Otherwise, I'd feel really groggy or I'd feel so tired and so unproductive. I always have a daily planner. The one that I'm using this year is Design Your Life Planner by CNS Designs. I like the cover so much, the color palette, and I also like that the size is just it's just a normal size. It's not too big. It's also not too small. So anyway, before I sleep, one best practice that I do is I look at my planner and see if I have accomplished everything. So for today, Monday, I have actually accomplished everything. It's all checked here. So that's good. It also says here it's take a walk in the park day, but obviously you cannot go out, so I guess it's just take a walk around the house day. And then I also look at what I need to accomplish the next day, which is obviously tomorrow, and just to refresh my mind that I need to do these things by tomorrow. Yeah, so if you're like me and if you're fond of writing things down, then do check out CNS Designs. It's not sponsored, but I really just love their planner, their daily planner. And during my downtime to end the day, what I usually do is drink hot milk or strawberry flavored oats or chocolate flavored oats, or any type of oats actually. But I am very fond of eating oats before I sleep because it makes me feel full. I don't know. To end the day, I would usually either write on my journal or my diary, this personal notebook that I have. I'm using this one from Abby C, Always Be Creating, and it's very thick. I've been writing on this since 2016, so for more than 4 years now. I don't write here every day, but now I often do. Sometimes in the morning before I do my work, and sometimes before I sleep. So it just depends on my mood. It depends on what I want to share to my journal. And I have actually spent more than half. Yeah, here. There you go. Currently, it's already 10:26, so I might start like reading this book now. What I'm reading, I've already started reading this, but currently I'm reading Happy Wife, Happy Life by 𝙈𝙤𝙀. He is a Filipino YouTuber talking about wealth and family. And I know what you're thinking. This is not a selfish book. It's not just meant for me to be happy and have a happy life. And I'm showing you this now because if you're working from home like me, you know for sure that you cannot avoid people in your house. In my case, my husband and my son, and most especially my husband. There will be times when you will argue or you will fight because obviously you're just in one house. Compared to when you're working in an office, wherein when you argue or when you disagree about something, you can just leave the house and go to the office and then at least have some time to think. But when you're in the house, you'll be together, so the tension will really be intense at times, which is why I want to nurture my relationship with my husband. And I think you should too if you are in the same house working all the time, such as in my case. And I think that this is really a big part of your work from home journey. You have to take care and nurture your relationships because this is one of the things that will make you successful. When you are fighting, when you're arguing, and you're in the same house, it's hard to be productive. It's hard to not be concerned and bothered. So it really affects your workflow, your creativity, your productivity, your mental health, and you will not be able to finish the tasks that you need to do or you need to complete. So my aim is to be a better wife, first of all, and make sure that I am very cautious of what I do and, take control and manage my emotions all the time because, like what they say, happiness is within you. Like, your happiness should not be dependent to someone else. It should be within you. You are happy because you're happy within and not because of someone else. And when you do that, then the happiness will just, revolve around the house. You don't really have to chase it anymore. So there. And it's okay if you're not happy all the time as long as you know that there's always a bright side. But, well, that's the truth. You need your family. You need to hold on to that aspect of your life, especially during challenging times like this. And I myself would want to be a happy wife so that I can have a happy life. And that is the end of my day. Thank you so much for staying until the end. If you've reached this far, comment below with "We're all in this together." Just for fun. Stay safe and healthy. See you again on the next one. Bye!